Next up, we'll have Glynn Lloyd with City Fresh Foods.
So, for those who know the Boston area, let me just start by saying that I love Roxbury. It's where my folks grew up and where I'm living, and even though we have our challenges, and some of it came up the other day around economic inequality, limited access to good food, great education, jobs, there are some amazing opportunities in our community. One being building local businesses that create jobs, create wealth, recycle dollars, and frankly do things differently. Within this goal, 15 years ago I started City Fresh Foods, a meal delivery company. Yeah, go ahead, you can do this. Just fun. Just don't take my time. Today we operate out of a 12,000 square foot commissary, preparing, packaging, and delivering ready-to-eat meals. We cover from young child care all the way to homebound elders, and the bulk of it's the schools. We're feeding a lot of kids in the schools. And staying true to our mission, hiring local folks to produce a quality product and service. And we're part of that 5 billion lunches a year food program, the school program by USDA, sponsored by USDA. You know what we've learned? It doesn't have to be crap. So we've learned within the budget constraints and the operational constraints, that you can actually provide a decent meal. And this is what we try to do. We're trying to push the envelope, bring as much local in. We have some grass-fed beef, Miles Smith Farms in the house. We bring that beef in every other week, and you can actually put real ingredients in this food. And it's interesting because we're in a situation where there's not a lot of choice, right? We're feeding, really, we call it the public market. And so it impedes us to really make sure that it's the freshest, healthiest stuff possible. A little bit about our stats. We're a $5 million company. We actually are profitable, throwing off 5% EBITDA, cash. And with our recent new facility, we just moved about 6 months ago, we're positioned to double sales in the next 4 to 5 years, and actually gain some efficiencies also. So I got to be honest with you, 2 years ago, I brought in some strategic partners to look at on-site food service management, and that really hasn't worked out. So I got some partners kind of hanging out, and I'm actually here today to ask the others to help me move them out. And I have some very dedicated staff folks who've been with us for many years. I'd like to move them in, but I don't have enough capital to do that. And so I'm looking for a few good people with some slow, patient capital. And this is really a common stock offer that we're looking at. And with us, you get a great business and you get a fun relationship. And I think I may have a few seconds left, because what I want to announce today is City Fresh is doing things like we're incubating a new concept called City Growers. And we looked around the neighborhood and we have all this vacant land. So I'm happy to announce that we've actually acquired a 1/4 acre in the middle of Dorchester. And we brought in soil, and we're adding to our soil issue, and we're growing on. It's a complete raised bed, 16 inches, and the first part of the model is how much can we increase the revenue to the growers so that actually we can create self-sustaining income, and we're finding some very interesting things. So this only works if the land is pretty much for free, and we have strategies around public, nonprofit, and private land. We actually have 2 acres. Peri-urban, we call it, supporting the project in Milton. So we're actually cultivating 2 1/4 acres. That's amazing, in the neighborhood. And we actually have 600 acres of vacant land in the Boston area, and 2/3 of that is mostly in communities of color. So it's a very exciting project, as you can, I'm very excited about that. But and success there also brings us the same results: creating jobs, creating wealth, and doing things different. I look forward to talking, folks. Yeah.